Hello everyone, I am Rachit Nima, Market Manager at Lubrizol Advanced Materials India Private Limited. I look after business case development, strategic planning, go-to-market planning and customer relationship management. Today I welcome you all for the third episode of Beyond Plumbing. Beyond Plumbing is a very own talk show of Flowguard Plus, and Flowguard Plus is the world's #1 CPVC plumbing system. In this talk show, we invite various industry experts to share their experience and various aspects of plumbing and potable water management. Today in this episode of Beyond Plumbing, we have with us Dr. Amit Chaudhary. Dr. Amit Chaudhary is Associate Director at KPM Engineering and Consultant. He looks after infrastructure and MEP vertical at KPM Engineering. He was part of various organizations at different levels throughout his professional career. He is also part of designing tallest buildings and largest infrastructural projects in our region. His core design values are energy, climate, water and wastewater management through sustainable design process. Today in this episode of Beyond Plumbing, we will be discussing about the dripping effect of climate change on water safety and accessibility. With this, I welcome Dr. Amit Chaudhary on the talk show. Welcome, Doctor.
Thank you.
Can you please tell us something more about yourself?
Thank you, Rachit, for inviting me to the Beyond Plumbing session. KPM is a multidisciplinary company involved in the design of MEP, infrastructure, structure and BIM. KPM has offices at Mumbai, Dubai, London and USA. KPM has delivered the largest infrastructure projects and the tallest building in its history of working. KPM has the strength more than hundreds of people who are well trained, well groomed and has the absolute market knowledge. KPM also looks after the sustainability, climate impact, climate change and all. Myself is a specialist of infrastructure services which includes stormwater, sewer networks, treatment plants, water distribution networks, storages and all. I also emphasize while designing more about climate and its impacts in the design.
Thank you, sir, for the introduction. As you mentioned about emphasis on climate change, we all know that the world is facing the biggest problem of climate change across all locations. We are witnessing some unprecedented incidents which are impacting human life as well as the other living organisms present on Earth. We are also witnessing, because of the increase in temperature and climate change, we are facing accessibility towards drinking water, as well as we are also facing the accessibility towards the clean water which we can use in our day-to-day life. As an expert, can you tell us more about this?
Of course, Rachit. I don't know for what reason when the people talk about climate change, they do not mention about the drinking water and the drinking water impact. The many incidences or many conferences, if you watch about the climate change, they only talk about the floods, natural calamities, contamination of water. But drinking water safety or drinking water quality is not much emphasized. And as a expert or as a specialist in the field, those who are directly related to the drinking water quality, I think it is our duty that we should make sure that while talking about the climate change, we should also talk about the water, domestic water or drinking water qualities, so that the upcoming generations will have drinking water even though there is a impact of the climate on the water available to drink.
So I am in complete alignment to what you have just said about the climate change issue, sir. We at Lubrizol are also committed towards sustainability and minimum carbon footprinting. Whatever product we innovate keeping in mind that our product should be durable, long lasting and best in class. Keeping in mind the same, we invented CPVC way back in 1959, and from that point in time we are ensuring that the CPVC which we have invented is best in class, durable and long lasting. Our CPVC is known as Flowguard Plus. We are at Flowguard Plus, we are trying to improve the technology with time continuously so that we impact the environment at zero level, and we ensure that while manufacturing our products, the carbon footprints are also minimum. Keeping the discussion going on, I would like to understand what you have done and what you are doing to address this issue.
So, if we talk about the water, we are linking the water with the fundamental right while we designing it. We are making sure that the climate impact are minimum on the design of the distribution networks, and whatever technology or whatever softwares, whatever methods we are implementing or designing should be such that it should have a less impact on the climate. Secondly, when we talk about the water security and water safety, we are trying to make sure that traditional methods are also implemented, rather digested while designing, so that the traditional or the local methods can be flourished while designing.
So it's a nice thought while you incorporate traditional practices designing the structures, and I would appreciate that you are doing this. We have seen that rising temperature and change in weather or atmosphere is creating a lot of problem in terms of repeated cyclones, floods, extreme weathers. These are impacting day to day life of human beings, as well as this is also one of the cause of extinction of some of the species. At Lubrizol, as I've said, we are committed towards in decreasing our carbon footprinting, and at the same time we are increasing our handprinting. Keeping in mind, I would like to understand what the other stakeholders within the industry are doing to address this issue to ensure that we have clean and usable water beyond our lives as well.
So, Rachit, there has to be the evolution about the drinking quality water. The product which we are using should be more sustainable from the whosoever is a manufacturer. They should get their raw materials which will impact less on the nature. There has to be modification, or there has to be new technologies coming up in the market which will make sure the carbon footprinting will be reduced, the good source of water will be kept intact, the conduiting system should be better and should not get easily damaged because of the weathering actions.
Don't you think that the products which are already innovated are sustainable in nature should also be improved with time?
Of course, they have to be. See, improvement is a continuous process. We cannot say that we have reached up to the level where there is no further improvement is available. Every aspect in the plumbing is getting improved day by day. Whether it is product, it is design, it is implementation, construction technologies, or anything. So, implementation has to be there from the every key element in the plumbing system.
Very well said, sir. We at Lubrizol are also committed towards continuous improvement of our products, and that's the reason we are investing our resources continuously into research and development of the products. We have a philosophy of move cleaner, create smarter, and live better. Keeping in mind the philosophy, we ensure that the products which are manufactured at Lubrizol are using least amount of natural resources, and that's the reason Flowguard Plus CPVC system is one of the best system available into the market, as well as it is the most eco-friendly CPVC plumbing system available into the market compared to generic CPVC. In continuation to what we are discussing, I would like to understand, in designing modern era tall buildings, what kind of challenges you face when you design the water distribution system.
So, if we talk about the water distribution network, then I would say our philosophy is one product, one project, or one product, one solution. So, we would like to implement one company which will have a comprehensive range of products, so that there will not be any mix and match, and at the time of maintenance it would be very easy. For example, there is a trend in the market a few years back that using of the hybrid system, like UPVC product for some part of plumbing and then CPVC for the some part of plumbing. However, we feel that if it has to be maintained properly, then let us have a one product, and if there is a company which is comprehensively manufacturing such products, then it is better for us and for the user as well.
So when you are saying one product, one system, or one system, one product, so do you say, or do you want to say that it has to be a complete solution or complete system in place? Because at times you have seen when we talk about particularly CPVC pipes and fittings, most of the companies only provide pipes and fittings, and then solvent cement you have to take from another company.
Rachit, this is a very key important area which you have touched base, that is solvent cement. It is always advisable to get all the three components from one company, which is fitting, pipe and solvent, because if you try for the hybrid, let us say you buy pipe from X, fittings from Y and solvent from Z, then you don't get the system guarantee, or you always have a doubt about the functionality of the system. So we don't recommend that. We recommend that there has to be one company which should provide all these three things with complete international set of standards, so that it is a one system, one solution.
What you just said, and we are very proud to say that Flowguard plumbing system is the only system available across the world which has all the three attributes which you just mentioned about pipe, fitting and solvent cement.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, I heard you well, sir. Now I would like you to give us 3 pro tips to the stakeholders who are doing their jobs day to day into this industry. With this, please also mention what kind of piping and plumbing solutions people should use to minimize or eliminate the climate change on water safety and accessibility.
Okay, so you mean pro tips for the plumbers. The pro tips for the plumber are they should join the training programs either arranged by the government institutes or the private manufacturers. Then they can watch some videos which are nowadays available ample. They should minimize the resource usage, and they should educate also to the customers, because they are the grassroots level people, those who are really working. So they should educate the people about recycling of the water. So these could be the 3 or 4 pro tips you can use.
Great. In fact, I'm glad to tell you that the very first aspect which you mentioned about is the plumber trainings. And we at Lubrizol are committed towards also this aspect of training the plumbers to do their job in a right way. And to do that, we have a specialized program for them which is called as Flowguard Plus Plumber Pathshala. And in this program, we ensure that they understand and learn the know-hows of using the product right way and usage of the right brand, so that their work is also recognized at a great level. And for that also, we call plumber experts to train them. Additionally, we are ensuring that their learning should not stop there, and we have enabled them to learn on a digital platform through our app. So we have a Flowguard Plus app wherein we have a Gyan Kendra, and there they can go in their leisure time or in their free time, watch the training videos and learn and upskill themselves.
Okay, that's really good to know that the international company like Lubrizol is not only selling the product but creating the awareness in the industry. I'm very happy for this.
Alright sir, now it's the time for flowchart rapid fire round.
Okay,
Are you ready for it?
of course.
Okay, so here's my questions. CPVC or regular PVC?
CPVC.
Trained plumber or Jugadu plumber?
Trained plumber.
Virtual meetings or in-person meeting?
In-person meetings.
Climate change or habit change?
Habit change.
Amazing, Dr. Amit. Now, name these movies of water-related Bollywood songs. Are you
Okay.
ready for it?
Yes.
Tip Tip Barsa Pani.
From Mohora.
Pani Re Pani Tera Rang Kaisa.
From Shore.
Pani Da Rang Vekh Ke.
From Wiki Donor.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Before we end this episode of Beyond Plumbing, I would request you to give us 3 pro tips for the homeowners.
Thank you, Rachit, for asking this question. The 3 pro tips for the home users are: use the water efficient fixtures. In that, use the water efficient shower, which will reduce the water consumption. Use the dual plate flush so that the flushing water will be reduced. Also, use the washing machine at full load so that the water usage will be less. And for the irrigation system, if you have the large home parcels or landscapes, then use the automated irrigation system, which will reduce the water consumption at a large.
Alright. Thank you so much, Dr. Amit Chaudhary, to come on our chat show and share your valuable inputs.
Thank you, Rachit, for inviting me to the chat show, and it was pleasure to share my thoughts.
So friends, now it's time for wrap up. But before we end this show, I would request you to follow and subscribe our channel and stay tuned for the next episode of Beyond Plumbing.